All right, let's get this show on the road. Thank you for everyone in attendance, willing to spend some time with us this afternoon here. Um, to introduce myself real quick, I'm Corey McDonald. I'm the Chief Underwriting Officer here at Apogee, and really what that means is I'm responsible for bringing new product out to our customers. Um, with me today, we have Affinity Advisors, and I'll go ahead and pass it over to Andrew to introduce himself.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it. Yeah, and thanks to the whole Apogee team. Nice to be with everyone today, and good to meet you. We certainly want this to be informative. So myself and Ashley are monitoring the chat. So as anything comes through, and as Juan's going through the demo, we'll chime in, and we can also stay on a little bit after and answer any questions. But yeah, my background's all retail, insurance brokerage. I was at Aon for 9 years in a variety of roles, and then I was at Marsh for 3. And I guess the problem was that myself and all of my clients were looking for an easier way to transact professional and management liability and cyber. And pleased to say that we're working with Apogee, and they're the best wholesaler out there. So I'll turn it back over to you, Corey. Thanks for setting all
Yeah.
this up.
I appreciate that. So let's talk a little bit about why we're here, and then we'll kind of get in and show you all the product. But our partnership with Affinity, really what it allows us to do is to bring our cyber markets to you all. With this partnership, you will be able to generate, quote, bind cyber all without paper applications, and it's all done at your own portal, all your own leisure, your own desk. You don't need to involve an Apogee broker. You don't need to involve an underwriter at any of our companies. It's meant to just be at your fingertips and to work seamlessly with you and your customer. So what I frequently heard when I meet with our customers is that cyber liability can be overly complicated in terms of even getting a quote, right? Applications, especially in the small business space, they ask for a ton of information, and your small business client may not have all that information. They might have to turn it over to their IT vendor, their managed service provider, whoever's controlling that information, which slows down your process. So paper applications in the cyberspace are not necessarily the easiest thing to do. So what we sought was kind of a way to reduce that friction, both at the quoting and the binding stage, all geared towards the small business owner. So we wanted to bring more of our product to the internet in a portal that could really simplify this whole process. So what we really sought out to find was a partner that could really help with time and efficiency. Obviously, you need to be able to do this within a matter of minutes. You don't need to sit down for 45 minutes working through a portal and trying to guess all the random information. This has to be something that can be done 1, 2, tops 3 minutes. We had to be able to provide a vast carrier selection. We wanted to make sure that we could quote virtually any cyber risk which requires having a multitude of partners. We needed to be automated and easy to use. And we also needed to make sure that it was profitable for you, right? There's a lot of partners and vendors out there to try to take commission off the top of deals, which doesn't help you or your bottom line, right? So we wanted to make sure that we could still be able to pay a fair commission value on all these deals. And we needed some cohesion across systems, right? Everybody has a different management system. So we really needed this portal to be able to work with multiple systems, but also act as its own diary system in terms of keeping your deals housed in a single system. So it's easier for you to follow up, get the sale, and move on to the next deal. And that's what we found in Affinity Advisors. They have a great product that really aligned with us and what we're looking to bring to our customers. So what we brought to you with Affinity is the ability to quote with 7 different of our cyber markets. Those markets include At Bay, CFC, Tokyo Marine, Coalition, Beasley, Cowbell, and Alpha Secure. And with this offering, it lets us offer both admitted and non-admitted product in all 50 states and DC, and it allows you to offer up to 3 million limits per deal. So all that being said, I know I flew through that really quickly. I think the best thing to do is for you to get your eyes on the product so you can understand what we're doing and what we're quoting in here. And with that, we're going to bring in Juan from Affinity to kind of take it over here and do a quick demo of what you all would be able to do.
All right, thank you for that, Corey. Just sound check. You guys hear me all fine?
Yes.
Start sharing my screen. That's perfect. It's gonna be here. Okay. There we go. All good on the screen as well?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, that's perfect. So thank you all for coming to the webinar today. My name is Juan Carlos. I am part of the client success vertical here at Affinity, working closely with Apogee as well. So just in case, this is the main screen that you're going to be greeted with. This is where all your deals are going to be housed in. And for that, we do want to offer a little bit of, say, facilitation. We're able to provide a CSV format that you can just fill out, and we'll be more than glad to take care of the mass upload process for you. However, let's go ahead and go over the add policyholder process. It's just a matter of hitting this button right here, and this is one of my favorite features, actually. So as you may have seen, Disneyland Park is already created. How about we go for the other side of the coast? How about we go for Walt Disney World? Okay. So how that works is just by typing the name of your insured, you're going to get a lot of the fields that are already available fully filled out. However, on a couple of more that account for number of employees, year established, and revenue, we are working on getting those filled out as well, but maybe that's upcoming for the future and don't want to spoil it. But overall, you're going to see the name, the street, their phone number are fully filled out. However, you just need to review in case they're private, in case they're independent or a subsidiary, for example. But let's go ahead with filling out a couple of these numbers. And since this is a demo environment, let's just go for quick access here. So let's say they have 50 employees. They were founded in 2010. And let's say they made $5 million in revenue. And this is what I like to call the context field. So essentially, here's where we're going to show our carriers in case they're involved in, let's say, some, I don't like calling them higher risk fields, but just for them to know, such as legal advice, are they involved with the military, even crypto blockchain, or even gaming and gambling. Most of the cases, you're going to be more than fine with clicking none, but it's always good to give it a good look at this list in case your insured may fall into one of these categories. Now, in the industry code is where we're really going to tell our carriers what is their area of business. And what I love the most about it is that it's actually a searchable field. So for example, they're an amusement park. We just need to go for searching amusement. And since we don't expect people to remember industry codes, you can just go ahead and click it here. Pretty handy. And in this case, you can also add the policyholder contact information, such as their first name. Let's say I'm the person, and you just need to write that in. There is the email. Whoops. And for phone number, we just need to hit the pre-recorded one. That is it. And as you can see, you can also see a handy guide of appetite right here. So for example, for cyber, we have 7 different carriers available for quoting. Well, for tech E&O, we have 3, and MPL is going to give us 2. For that, we can just hit save and quote, and we can go right ahead into more details.
And
But
I'll add in
before
real
we get
quick,
into more,
that appetite guide, just so everyone knows, is being updated based on that particular industry code that's selected. So if you were to go and do a different industry code, it may show that there's only 5 carriers for cyber that like that risk. Keep going, Juan.
Exactly. No, thanks for that, Andrew. And just wanted to show that in case there was any mistakes or any fields that need to be updated, in the policyholder screen, you're also going to be able to edit those values. So easily accessible. But let's hop into the new quote process. And this is going to be your carrier selection screen, where as you can see, all of the carriers for cyber are already selected. If you need to go into tech E&O cyber, say they're a software developer or just a company inside of that tech world, you can just flip the switch and then they'll be available. And in some cases, you can also see that if that industry code isn't really inside of their appetite, you're also going to get a notice right here. And likewise for MPL. But let's go for a quick cyber quote right here. So we just need to click on the carriers with Sire. For example, if we only want admitted options, you can just go ahead and deselect the non-admitted ones. But let's go right ahead for the full gear. First things first, we're going to need to go for the effective date. Let's say we want it for today. And here you can choose your desired aggregate limit. As Corey mentioned, it's usually most beneficial to go for up to 3 million in coverage, but we've had a few cases where we've actually been able to quote 5 million in through the portal. Just like if you need, your insured has contractual obligations to get higher coverages, we'll be also more than glad to help with that. And we can go for the deductible. Let's say we want to go for a lower one. And something that's really interesting is how the system works is that it pulls the closest available option to your selection. So in case someone cannot give us a 1 million and $2,500 for the retention, we're going to get a few different options instead of just getting an error. And as you can see, and this is something I love to show, this is the full application you need to fill out. I believe we're right across the, right on 12 questions. And well, you might even see less in the future. But we're just making it so that everything gets covered in the least amount of steps. And also something regarding a resource that we like to share is that we have the Affinity fillable PDF application, which has all the questions you need to fill out this questionnaire as fast as possible and easy as possible. And some of these questions, well, they're not going to be that easy to just remember off the top of your head. For example, which is their email security product. But for that, you're going to have that available in the Affinity application. So just to make sure their IT person can give you the exact one. And in case you just need to go for a quick quote, you can also just write in unknown and get a quote right in front of your insured, kind of taste, see their appetite, we can call it, for getting cyber coverage. And it's right here. Yeah, let's go for other, and we can go ahead and click submit. But before we hop into the full side-by-side comparison, I don't see the if there's a chat, but should we make a quick stop for any questions?
I don't see any questions yet. I think we're good.
No questions came in so far.
Okay, that's good. We can pile them up and we can tackle them right when we're about to wrap up. For now, let's click submit. Here you'll have the Affinity disclosure and liability notice, all standard. You just need to click that you agree. Let's go. And that is the whole process to get real bindable quotes. As you have me talking, that might have taken a little bit more, but once you know your way around the portal, you'll see it's easy as butter. But this is where you'll get your side-by-side comparison, where we can, well, very fast compare which are the most competitive ones, which are a little higher. But let's say, for example, this ad bay quote, well, it's $100,000 in coverage. So, okay, now that makes sense. But let's say one of them looks really competitive in terms of their premium. What if there's a catch? What if there's any sublimits involved? And we want to make sure we can give the best recommendations to our clients. So for that, we have the expand button right to the top left of the comparison. And you're going to be able to see the full description of these quotes. And, oh, for example, Alpha Secure only has C quote for the moment, but that's because they're one of our latest carriers to join the portal. So a lot of upgrades upcoming very soon. And, oh, well, as you can see, that ad bay admitted quote just happens to even have a sublimit right here. So not only is it very competitive because it has a lower coverage, but also these are some of the details that we should be aware of for the best recommendation to the client. Now, let's say they like one of them, and how is the best way to present that? For that, if you want to present the full quote language, you can just go ahead and request formal quote, which is going to create a pre-filled email to your broker of records at Apogee, and they're going to be the ones responsible of sending that over to you. I want to expand a little bit more into the request bind process, which is really similar, but What if we need to present something right away? What if we want to send an email easily and as fast as possible? You're going to be able to click on quote actions, download PDF, and that's going to give you a full version of this comparison with some goodies that I want to share. But I just want to show you another version because you can get this either in the shortened version or the full disclosure. And just to show you that, first off, here you'll have the Apogee logo presented by their BOR assigned to you automatically. And you're going to have a side-by-side comparison, very easy to read with all the details, but that's the shortened version. If you want the longer version, you just need to have it open while you click the download PDF button. As well, you're going to have common questions and answers for cybersecurity and cyber insurance, which is not only helpful to get more familiarized about the actual coverages, but also really helpful to show to the client. As well, those are 2 pages. And right here at the bottom, you're going to be able to see the legal disclosures for the brokerage. So overall,
I'll just chime in real quick. Those legal disclosures are also just for you guys to protect your own E&O. So when you do share that with the insured or the policyholder, it's already right there for you. And also, one thing that we're working on right now that's in development and will be available soon is the ability to select the markets that you do or don't want to show up on this download PDF, this comparison. So you're not showing all of these options. If let's say you only want to show the top 3 that you quickly narrow down on based on some level of pricing, retention, limit, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I didn't want to show any spoilers, but yes, a lot of upgrades incoming. And for a couple of our carriers, we're looking to expand this functionality as well. You're going to be able to see different coverages, even after doing just one quote. But for now, you can see both Beasley and Tokyo Marine share that function. So you're also able to share different coverage points. Now, on the request bind, just to let you know, it will also generate an autofilled email, which you can just quickly send over to your broker of records, and then they'll be in charge of setting everything up with the carrier. And something that I always like to mention is that even if another service that we do is we're able to do one-on-one sessions for people to run their first quote. That's usually the hardest one, and it's a pretty simple process. But the client success journey does not end there. One way to contact us very fast and very easily is just checking out the chat bubble, and you're going to be able to contact someone from the team, usually myself. But just to let you know that that is one of the fastest way to get in touch, and we do not use any AI for these processes. It's only real humans actually reviewing your situation. But other than that, I believe we're pretty much wrapped up with the presentation for the full portal. Any questions came in?
Yeah, we just had our first question come in. Hey, Donald, hope you're doing well. Thanks for asking. Ashley, I know that maybe we just run through some of the questions that come through, and then I know you're going to share a little bit on exactly how they get access to the portal and where they go within Apogee's website to do that. So we'll run through this first, if that's cool. So Donald asked, most of my clients are in the construction industry. Will this be useful to them? If your clients, Donald, are interested in purchasing or looking at cyber and professional liability, then absolutely yes. If they're a really small trade contractor and they have no digital footprint, then it may not be something that they're interested in needing. And if you maybe are doing their core P&C package and you want to be able to offer them some other coverages, not just to increase your revenue, but to protect their business and also to make sure they don't come back to you and say, hey, why didn't you offer this to me? We had a data event. This is a tool that you can use to make it a whole lot easier and not make them go through a paper application and all the painful back and forth marketing processes. All right. And Tracy said, so once a market is selected to bind, is there going to also be an application the insured will need to fill out and sign to complete the bind process? So one thing that we do, Tracy, with all of the affinity questions that are answered is it actually pre-fills every single carrier's specific application. So if you want to go with that App A option, you will see a pre-filled App A application that you can, when you go and request bind, one of the things you can do is notify your Apogee broker that you want that app to go into DocuSign and be sent to the named insured. And they would get a copy of that application, and they could go ahead and sign it that way, since that's likely going to be a binding subjectivity. Let's say that you have like a random application from Chubb that is completed, and they're not one of the markets that are on here, but that was already signed. Typically, you'd be able to have that satisfy the binding subjectivity, so you wouldn't need to go get a new application signed. But that's going to depend on the carrier. And then will the proposal, we like the questions, this is good, thank you guys. Will the proposal automatically include the wholesaler broker fee? Corey, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so I'll take that. So for the items where you sign up directly, and you're quoting the deals directly, there's no Apogee wholesaler fee. The only fee is from the Affinity team, and it is a small, Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, 2% of policy premium. Aside from that, the only other surcharges on your quote would be if you select a non-admitted option, the state taxes, and again, the Apogee broker can go ahead and provide that information for you if you select a non-admitted option.
Yeah, that's right. And you will see that tax and fees are estimated on the portal. So if you guys are looking to collect the premium ahead of binding, it's going to get you 99.9% within what the estimated with what the tax and fees need to be. To Corey's point, the Affinity fee, it's 2.5% of the total premium. Majority of our clients are taking that and using it just simply as an add-on and something that gets passed through to the end insured. So it's called technology fee right now. We're actually probably going to change that to processing fee because it's just a little easier and doesn't create as many questions for the insured, but that's where you would see that. Do we offer crime? So D&O, EPLI, crime, and fiduciary is obviously a very important part of just the overall management and professional coverages, right? So that is something that we are rolling out. We do have that integrated with a few carriers. We are yet to release it on the platform until we can get to about probably 4 or 5 carriers to where we're sure it's not going to be refer, decline every time. So there's a few things we're doing on the back end, but we're aiming to have that live within the next 6 weeks. So it may be a smidge longer. I'm hoping it's going to be shorter, but the team on our side is hard at work on that. Sam, I see you asked, where do you get the link for the page? So I think Ashley's going to answer that for you, exactly where you go to sign up on Apogee's website to get access to Affinity. And then you'll be hearing from our team, and we'll create an account, and then you'll hear from Juan through that process, and he'll offer up a one-on-one. And you'll also know exactly, like, you can bookmark the Affinity platform and all that information. Claire, you asked, will Apogee automatically get you up and running on our page? Yes, it's a very easy combined effort, and we're really an extension of their team. So that support chat that Juan mentioned comes directly to us, and you can call, text, email. You can also use the chat. So just another way to communicate with us, and Corey and the Apogee team have given us their blessing to work directly with you guys. Carrie, no, cyber is not the only coverage that can be quoted. It's cyber, it's tech E&O cyber, and it's miscellaneous professional. And the miscellaneous professional is not really going to include things like architects and engineers right now. So if for some reason we need to refer it through the platform to the carriers, or if you go and work directly with your Apogee broker, if it doesn't fit in the portal, then that's something you can do as well. All very good questions. You are welcome, Claire. Thank you. Sam, you asked, is there a way to send the unknown questions to the customer? Yes, absolutely. So Apogee has created a pretty short 2-page application that has the exact Affinity questions on it. For cyber, we have 11 questions to get to bindable quotes across all the carriers. So you'll see those questions on there. I'd say we're working with Apogee to update their app on a monthly basis. So for the most part, you're going to see all the questions that are on there. And then instead of taking a random application and trying to map it and answer the questions the best way you can, this way the Affinity application will have the questions and answers right there for you. We're also doing some things in terms of development that will make it even easier, where you can upload that application into the portal and the answers pre-populate. We're not quite there yet, but that's definitely something on our roadmap to make it even easier. Rochelle, hi. You said we usually send our submission for EPLI cyber to Apogee. Would it be better to just go directly to quote online or do both? Just want to make sure we can get quotes to all markets so we can get them the best coverage and premium for them. So great question. One thing, so EPLI is not live in the portal right now. Obviously cyber is like we had shared. One thing that we're going to be doing every single time you guys produce a quote in here is to automatically have an email that gets sent to Apogee with the kind of Affinity application, so they know the answers they got pre-filled, and they'll be able to go into the portal and see the exact quotes you got for cyber. So that's going to trigger them to know, like, you did a submission, for them to be able to see, like, oh, E-Risk or Westchester or whomever the carrier is, like, isn't included in the options, and we know based on this, Apogee would know based on that industry class and that company that they should go to those coverages, that they should go to those markets. So they will automatically know. But Corey, anything else you want to add on to that?
The only thing I'd add is if it's easier for you, Rochelle, to send a regular submission to the broker you're familiar with, we will of course take the submission that way. This is meant to be another tool that we offer to our customers. If you need something faster than a broker reading an application, this is there for you. If you need a broker to review an application and go to market for you, we're here for you that way as well. So this is not meant to be only quote online with us. This is meant to complement the team that you're already working with.
I liked your answer better, Corey.
I know we're coming up on time, so Ashley, could you just really quick touch on how to sign up for anyone who may not be an Apogee customer already, and also touch on how to sign up to join the Affinity portal?
Yes,
And
sure will.
as you do that and share your screen, Ashley, I'll just
Mhm.
add, Juan and I have a few minutes after the call, so we'll hang on in case anyone has any additional questions through chat, and then you'll also hear from all of us after with our contact information. So we'll be here to support.
Perfect. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
All right. Great. So, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'll just go over how to become an Apogee customer if you're not already, and then if you are, I'll show you how to get signed up on the Affinity portal. So first, this is our website domain, apogeeinsgroup.com. I'll put all these these links in the chat for you as well. So once you get to the homepage, if you're not an Apogee customer already, you have not done business with us, you're not appointed with us, first you want to become a customer. So you're just going to click this become a customer button right in the top right hand corner. And you're going to fill out this short, simple form. It's just basic agency information, address, proof of E&O coverage, just so we have the information to load into our management system and get you appointed with us. Once we have that filled out, we'll send you a welcome email with some information about Apogee, includes some your appointed territory representative in your territory. So you'll have all of the Apogee information that you need. Once you have that done and you're appointed with us, or if you're already appointed with us and you're not signed up with Affinity, in order to sign up, you're just gonna click this little quote online drop down, and this little Affinity Advisors online quoting portal button is where you'll find all of the information you need for Affinity. So there's information about what Affinity does, how we can help with your cyber liability quotes instantly, and also a little YouTube video with a live demo from Juan as well, if you need a little refresher. And then on the right-hand side is where you'll sign up for the portal. So basic information, name, email, address, and you'll just hit submit. Once we have that form, Juan will send out a link for you to register your account. The link does expire within 24 hours, I believe, so you have to be a little quick with it. Oh,
5 days.
Oh, 5
Close.
days. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. So you have a little bit more time than I thought. So you'll just click that link, create your account details, and you're good to start quoting. I'm going to copy these links and put them in the chat for everyone, but that's how you get signed up. Pretty easy.
Well, thanks everyone for your time in seeing our presentation and seeing what we're doing with Affinity. Again, if you have any questions, the team will hang back for a few minutes. But other than that, we look forward to quoting cyber with you all and seeing how we can help out.
Thanks, everyone. Corey and Ashley, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Thanks,
Thank
Juan.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Ashley, I see the link. That's good. And I don't see any other questions that have come through. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, perfect.
Just gonna send last link. All good.
Awesome. And yeah, we can send those by email too. I assume you'll do that. All right. Well, it looks like we are good to go. I see still 14 attendees that will probably drop off. But yeah, thank you for setting all this up.
I'm already seeing a couple people signing up, so I'm very happy about that. I'm getting notifications all day.
All right, we got a question from Sam. I see that. Does every producer need to sign up themselves?
Let me take that from the Apogee. Sam, if your agency is already a customer, you don't have to complete the become a customer part. If it's probably easier within everyone within your agency to have their own account because it does track deals, right? So if you're working on all of your deals, it'll be easier to filter. Whereas if you share credentials, then you'll see all of your other producers' deals, and it might get a little confusing to track. But yeah, exactly, perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, he said thank you. Sounds good. I don't see anything else coming through so far. Oh, Greg, looks like there was some stuff under Q&A that I didn't see. Greg, I think you just asked these. So you said, can you go over again how to send a proposal? And then you asked if there's any direct bill options. So everything's agency bill right now. It would go through Apogee like normal. And then in terms of how to send a proposal in the actual portal, Juan, I don't know if you still have that screen shared up.
I do. I'm able to share it.
We can just walk through that very quickly.
And we're right here.
So, Greg, at the top right, where you see quote actions, you would click that, download PDF, and it really just takes a screenshot of that screen, and that's what goes into the document that Juan downloaded. And what I was commenting on earlier is that the ability to kind of build your own proposal and select the options you do or don't want is something that's going to be coming soon, but it is going to be in that top right download PDF.
Yeah.
And then again, Greg, just to emphasize, if you only wanted one quote when you're in here, right? Like there's obviously many options. Say by far and away, Coalition had a way better quote, and you're like, I don't need to see the 6 other options that came in. You can click that request formal quote button, and you would receive just the single doc with the specimen policy form from an Apogee broker so that you wouldn't have, if you don't need the comparison, you don't have to take it that way. So again, it's an option. There's multiple options within there to get what you're looking for.
Perfect. Greg said okay, got it. Thank you, Greg. And looks like we still have 6 attendees hanging on, but it's probably because they stepped away or haven't logged off yet. I don't see anything else coming in through the chat, so we should be good to go.
Perfect. Well, thanks everyone.
Yeah, Corey and Ashley, thank you guys. This was great.
Yeah,
definitely.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you all soon.
Later. Sounds good.
See you guys.